Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet Alien here on YouTube. I'm Weird Little Alien, or Noelle, whatever you want to call me, or Down the Rabbit Hole, because once you click on my channel, it's like going down the rabbit hole of crazy and weird and just so much TV shows. But, okay, I'm talking about a TV show, I am, but more importantly, a couple from a TV show, and it's not Riverdale. I can't believe it, like... Trust me, I could talk about Riverdale non-fucking-stop, but I don't want to keep making videos talking about the same old thing, but also, whenever I find out new information, it's like, I gotta talk about it, and also put some, stuff that I've already said in it, because it just is like, ah! Anyways, it's not about Riverdale, that's what I'm saying. Surprising. This is about Bellamy Blake and Clark Griffin from the 100. You probably know them as Bellarke. I mean, it's so crazy because people who don't even watch this show know about it just because of Bellarke. That is so cool and insane to me because like I'll see people be like, I don't watch this show, but I love Bellarke, or oh man, I discovered Bellarke. I don't watch the show, but I keep up with them. And it's just so cool. Or I'll hear people say, I have no clue what the show was about. Like, I've never watched it, but I have heard about Bellarke nonstop. And I get interested in them, or they don't, whichever way. But it's like, it's so cool to hear people say, like, when they hear about the 100, they're like, some people will be like, oh, you mean the show with, like, Bellarke, that couple? And I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, oh, I love them. And it'll be like, yay. So that's really cool. I love that. I mean, of course, you should watch the show. The show is fucking awesome. But Bellamy and Clark. Oh, God. Okay, we are in our 5th year of Bellamy Blake and Clark Griffin's journey to realizing they love each other and they need each other more than anything in the world. No, they already know that they need each other. They do. Heart and head. They need each other. It's super clear. Even after, like, oh, God. Even after, because I was just thinking the radio, but okay, I'll get into that. Even after 6 years of being apart, they've changed, and it is taking them, well, by now they've kind of got back into their groove of things. I love that, because it's like 6 years apart, and a lot has changed. Bellamy's changed, Clark's changed, I mean, everyone's changed, things have happened, down there in the bunker, up there in space, down here on the ground where Clark was at, a lot happened, but yet, when Bellamy and Clark come back together, it's like, at first, it's like they got to get back into the rhythm of it because, he is dating Echo and it has been 6 years. But it doesn't take long for them to get right back in the rhythm of the Bellamy and Clark dynamic. And I fucking love it. Okay, now let's talk about Octavia. Okay, I love Octavia for this reason only. Remember whenever they had their first, like, huge moment, which was Clark running to Bellamy to hug him because he's alive. She thought he was dead. We all remember that, right? That was a huge moment that the writers and them gave us, like, a day early, which was the best thing ever. Like, thank you so fucking much. That was my day, year made. Like, I was so happy we got to see it before the episode because I couldn't wait. But in that scene, we have Octavia standing right there, and she's just, like, smiling at Clark and Bellamy and basically said, like, I never thought I'd see this, Bellamy and Clark hugging, actually happy to see each other. And so just remember that. And then we fast forward to the 5th season where Clark is going to be executed by Octavia, because Octavia won't do it. Who knows who will do it. But by Octavia, she's going to be executed by and because of Octavia, because of what she did, And of course, Bellamy can't have that. That's a no-no. Like, no. I just got her back after 6 years. You're not killing her. Like, sorry, no. I mean, no. But I love that it took her saying that I'm going to execute Clark for him to be like, all right, it's time for me to take my sister down. Poison her, put her in a coma for a little bit, wait till we get to the valley, and then maybe she'll wake up and not be super angry and want to kill us all. But we'll see. But, like, he did that for Clark. Because I think about other people, and it's like, no one is as close to Bellamy as Clark is. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. Like, Clark and Bellamy are so connected, so close, and now there's Maddie in the mix, which makes them kind of like parents to her, which I love. Oh my god, we are getting quality Bellarke this season. But no, So we had Octavia with that first time hug where she was like, oh yeah, I'm shipping you guys. I'm shipping it. You know, everyone loved her face because it was so true. Like, she was smiling like we were all her. And now we have her saying to to Bellamy, because he's like, I can't let you kill Clark, oh. And she's like, here we go again, you pleading for a traitor who you love. And of course, he doesn't deny it. He just, you know, just shakes his head and then moves on with the conversation. It's like, we know you love each other. Like, that's a given. Like, okay, we've known that Bellamy and Clark have feelings for each other, that there is love there. We've known this for a while now. It's just they haven't fully accepted it or acknowledged it or fully got there yet. There's been times where they've almost gotten there, like last season when Bellamy wanted to tell Clark how he felt because if they didn't see each other again, you know, so there was times when they were going to kind of maybe get into the feelings, but they always, you know, always thought, okay, we'll see each other again, not knowing 6 years they wouldn't see each other, you know, and he would think she's dead, which, I mean, whenever Diosa's like, she must be pretty important to you, I mean, for you to give up all these lives for this one person, and it's like, she is, and it's like, I love it, like, oh, she is, like, oh my god, like, and when he finds out she's alive, priceless. I could watch that scene over and over again. Like, Bob Morley, oh, he makes me feel, like, literally, he's like, Clark's alive? And it's like, he's like in shock, but like happy, but shocked, like, oh my god, like, that was perfectly executed, like, oh, god, I love that Bob and Eliza have such a great friendship off screen, because you see it on screen the exact same way, but a little more deeper, because, you know, there are romantic feelings there. But, and they released like a little preview for tonight's episode, which I can't wait for, yay! But basically, you know, he told Clark, it's Bellamy and Clark, and, you know, he lets Maddie see Clark, and he's telling Clark, you know, I poisoned my sister, I had to stop her until we could, you know, stop her from killing everyone, so we could get to this green land, and so we could live in peace, and, you know, all this stuff, and Clark's like, yeah, you had, oh no, because he was like, I poisoned her because, you know, I had to save whatever. You know, I can't remember what exactly he said, but he's basically telling Clark he had to poison her, you know, to stop her. And she's, you know, reassuring him that that's what he needed to do. And one of the things she says while reassuring him is, and also to protect the people you love, or we love. And it's like, Bellamy's just, like, kind of standing there, like, you know, because he knows, like, Octavia just called him out on the whole love shit, and now Clark is saying you had to do it to save people we love. And it's like, oh my god! And then their usual, amazing, perfect words. It's just one simple word they say together. Oh, look, I said it already. But whenever they're like, we're going to do it together. And then she's like, together. And then they just look at each other. And it's like, that is their thing. Like, you know how, like, in, okay, in Parks and Rec, I never watched it, but I do like them. Ben and Leslie, Ben and Leslie, I hope I'm getting it right. He's like, their thing is, I like you, and I love you, and that's kind of their, you know, thing in the show, I guess. And for Bellarke, their thing is kind of together. We're going to do this together. They both always say it and then look at each other, and it's just like, God, you're, oh my God. Like, I love Bellamy and Clark. Like, I don't know, okay. Honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait till she hears all those radio calls that she made to Bellamy. Not to mention, Murphy has her sketchbook, which has tons of pictures of Bellamy, and I'm just like, which, I mean, Murphy already knows Bellamy has feelings for Clark, and Clark has feelings for Bellamy, but he definitely knows Bellamy has feelings for Clark. And Clark clearly does by now. I mean, that's already shown by the way she looked at Bellamy and Echo and how, like, she was, like, sad and then she really wanted to leave, you know. But anyways, so Murphy has her Clark's sketchbook, which has tons of pictures of Bellamy, which I want that to come out, which I think it will. But also, I really can't wait till Bellamy hears all the radio calls that Clark made to him. Like, imagine if she said in one of those radio calls, like, I want you to know that I love you or something. Like, what if, like, all those radio calls that we didn't hear, we only heard a few. So all those other ones we didn't hear, what if they said some, like, important stuff? And, like, Bellamy hearing it, you know, that makes him move forward with, you know, him and Clark. Because one thing about Clark and Bellamy is they're always right on task. You know, they're always looking for ways to help people survive, to find somewhere they can live, to make it a peaceful world and not always go to war and have people die for no reason at all, you know. So they're such a great friendship and dynamic and leadership, and they're perfect like that. But when Bellamy finds out these radio calls, like when he hears them, like I can't even imagine the moment. Like, what if it's in front of Clark? Like, what if, like, they start playing at, like, in front of him and Clark and, like, other people, and everyone's just, like, kind of looking, and, like, oh my god, I have so many thoughts for how this radio scene could go, but I don't know if, like, the sketchbook is going to be the first thing, or the radio calls is going to be the first thing, because, I mean, I don't really know if anything's going to happen with the sketchbook. I'm sure Clark is going to get it back eventually, yeah, she's going to get it back, yeah, because I don't really see what else, I mean, unless, yeah, because Murphy has it. I don't, who else would he give it to be honest, besides Clark, whose sketchbook it is. But, so we have the sketchbook with all these pictures of Bellamy that she drew, and then we have the radio calls, and I cannot wait for those two to be revealed. The radio calls is, like, the one thing I really want to be revealed. Like, I can't imagine that. Like, I could imagine many things happening in that scene, but when it comes down to it, when that scene actually happens, I'm gonna just not know. I'm just gonna freak out and be like, oh my god, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, this is it, this is the time. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like season 5 is Bellarke year. Like, I don't know. Man, dude, this is what's so awesome, too, is we are not, like, Bellamy and Clark are not even a couple, and yet they win all these awards for best sexy moment, best reunion, best coupler, best character. I mean, Eliza and Bob separately won a ton of awards for the 100, and them together as Bellamy and Clark, Bellarke, won a ton of awards. Mind you, I mean, they won an award for sexiest moment, or I don't know what moment it was. I think it was the sexiest moment one, but they won an award for that, and it was just the scene where Clark wakes up in the room, and she sees Bellamy thinking it's a dream, but it's not, and he comes over and they hug, and it's like, dude, all they did was hug, and he had, like, his hand on the back, which was a big moment, I'll admit. But just think, only that happened, and yet we won an award for, like, sexiest moment because of that. And it just goes to show you how many people see what Bellarke is, and how many people want Bellarke to happen, and how many people love Bellarke. You know, it's such, like, so many people know Bellarke. I know so many people who will know more Bellarke than more the 100, because when they hear about the 100, they're like, oh, you mean with that couple Bellarke, Bellamy and Clark? And I'm like, yeah, you know. But Bellamy and Clark, you know, of course they've developed so much over these past seasons, and I mean, they've been separated for 6 years, and so far Bellamy's been called out on who he loves, which is Clark, which is true. He didn't deny it, which I'm glad he didn't. There's no denying it, dude. Come on, we all know it by now. But now it's just, when are they going to finally admit it? Like, I hope that Jason doesn't, like, drag this on until, like, the very last season, and then we get Bellarke. Only because, not because it's, like, I mean, yeah, we'll still get Bellarke scenes, but I would like to have more than, like, a half or one season with them as a couple, you know? I kind of would rather have a little, like, I would rather have more than one season of them as a couple. I don't know, I kind of would. Like, I think that would be awesome, considering we're in the 5th year and we're still waiting for them to happen, you know? So it's like, one season of them together isn't, like, gonna make up for all those other seasons, even though those other seasons are amazing. I love the show regardless, you know? Bellarke, I love them, and I love the show, so. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if season 5 is Bellarke's year. I always say this, and I've been saying it since, I think, like, season 4 or season 3. And I think season 4, where I'm like, this is Bellarke's year, because I really do think it. But this season, especially, I think this really might be Bellarke's year. I mean, we already have the Who You Love thing, so, I mean, it's already confirmed that Bellamy loves Clark. It's already confirmed that Clark clearly loves Bellamy. It's not just feelings, it's love. I mean, we have that sketchbook with pictures that Clark drew of Bellamy, multiple ones. We have Maddie, who's heard tons of shit about Bellamy. I mean, we have the radio calls. So there's so much Bellarke stuff that could still come up. And it just makes me think season 5 really could be Bellarke's year. Maybe this is the year we get a kiss, or maybe at least this is the year they finally admit their feelings for each other, you know? Like, I'm really hoping this is the year for Bellarke. Like, I think now, with like, I know it doesn't all revolve around Bellarke. There's so much going on. As long as they're together, I'm happy at the end of the day. As long as they're together, working together, I am happy at the end of the day. But I still would love to, hopefully, season 5, since we're already going so deep into, already admitting that, you know, Bellamy loves Clark, and already showing that Clark loves Bellamy, you know, and then the sketchbook and the radios. I feel like with all of that happening this season, it's going to force Clark and Bellamy to really reevaluate their kind of friendship. That's really more of a friendship / relationship. Like, they're going to have to reevaluate. Like, really, they're going to have to really look at how they feel for each other. Like, I hope this forces them to really fucking open their eyes and talk about how they feel for each other. And, I mean, I honestly don't know how that could go. Like, when they admit their feelings to each other, if and when they do, which I'm sure they will do, so when they do, I mean, and if they kiss afterwards, or even if they just admit their feelings, I mean, I can picture it, but I honestly have no idea how the writers would do this. Like, I am psyched to see how the writers will do this. But at the end of the day, like, I'm going to say season 5 is Bellarke's year, because I feel like they're finally going to take this next step, you know, that we've been waiting for. Because so much is going to come out, and so much already has been shown, you know, like I said, the feelings. So I feel like it's only going to push them farther and farther into this, like, fucking bubble of their feelings for each other that they kind of just keep down below and don't really acknowledge, even though it's very obvious to everyone around them, like, everyone around them. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about Bellamy and Clark, because I love Bellamy and Clark. Like, I really do. Like, they have, like, of course I want a relationship. Of course I want them together. But they have the best friendship dynamic on TV. I mean, they really do. I mean, they had the best character development as, like, together. They had the best one. I mean, they went from hating each other to just working with each other, to then liking each other and working with each other, to trusting each other and working together, to, oh my God, he can't be dead. Oh my God, she can't be dead. Now they're the head and the heart. They're even closer. They do everything together. I mean, the journey from season 1 to season 5 of Bellamy and Clark together as a whole has been so awesome to see where they've went. Like, if you watch season 1, you're like, damn, they don't even like each other. And then you watch season 5 and it's like, oh my God, they're in love with each other. And it's just everything that happened leading up to now. It's so awesome. And I love that journey. And I love their dynamic and their friendship and their relationship that's gonna be, and that already is starting to come out in the form of other people, which needs to come from them, Bellamy and Clark, which it will. I mean, I don't know. I think season 5 could be Bellarke's year. I just feel like if the radio calls and the sketchbook are going to be shown in season 5, that's going to kind of have to force Bellamy and Clark to really, you know, look at how they're feeling for each other, because you can't just hear Clark radioing Bellamy every day and just say, well, you know, she was just lonely. No, because I'm pretty sure she said some personal stuff, some stuff that only Bellamy should hear. Like, I'm excited to hear the radio calls. I'm excited to see what happens when, like, I want other people to be in the room when they hear the radio calls, so everyone could just be, like, looking at Bellamy and then looking at Clark. Like, that would just be epic. Like, I don't know. I love Bellamy and Clark. I hope this is their year. I hope it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think. I hope it's their year. I mean, with everything that's piling up between them, it's like, I'm thinking, you know, it's going to end the season 5 with something big for Bellarke, you know. And Bob Morley and Eliza were two who were last on set filming, you know, for the finale. So clearly there's some big Bellarke moment or some Bellarke moment in the finale. because they had to leave like some convention early so they could go film, where the other cast members got to stay because they were done filming, which is super interesting. Oh my God, the Lord! And that was for the season finale. So I don't know. Like, I am so excited to see where this season goes. I'm so excited for Bellamy and Clark. I cannot wait. I love that they are finally having, like, people actually call them out instead of them just, like, looking and being like, yeah, I know you like them. You know, but Murphy did say, you know, you're not the only one who's trying to save someone they care about last season, you know, about him with Clark and him with Amori, you know. So, I mean, Murphy has said it and stuff, and it's like, oh, I just can't wait. Anyways, yeah, I just want to talk about Bellamy and Clark, and I can't wait to see where season 5 goes. I'm so excited. Like, they are so iconic.